right, Evan Ginsberg back with Legends TV. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. And I am thankful for this wonderful panel. We have Ericka Asserson, filmmaker and co-hosting today. Okay. We have Brenda, Hot Mess Larsen, comedian.
Yes.
How'd you get that middle name?
Somebody blessed me with it. Yeah.
It's not on the birth certificate.
No, it's not.
I didn't think so. And our buddy, our returning champion, Sherwin XL.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good.
Long time no see, buddy.
You ring announced your first boxing show yesterday. I'm a big boxing guy.
Yes. Brenda was there too.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you think of boxing? Guys getting their brains beaten in for chump change. What'd you think?
It was great. It was awesome. The last fight was actually the greatest fight of all.
That's because you weren't getting hit in the head.
I was happy I wasn't getting hit in the head.
But are you sure you weren't getting hit? Because you said your neck's hurting.
And listen, I wasn't getting
That's
hit.
marriage.
No.
Ooh. That's politically incorrect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, and we're not-
I'll be back next year.
Like that? Really? Didn't hurt me none.
No, she enjoyed herself.
Yeah.
And
How do you know I did?
because you were like, get him.
Okay.
She jumped in. This is my first boxing match. I've never been to a boxing match ever.
I love boxing.
And the guys, especially the last match, is just to tell you what the small world this is. There's a singing group named Aluminum. Their brother was actually the last fighter, and he won the match. His name is Jewel Bryant, and he won the last match, and he also won the fight of the night. And a big shout out to Lawrence Covington.
And who is the promoter?
The gentleman that got me there was Lawrence Covington.
Okay.
Yeah, so thanks, Lawrence.
By sheer coincidence, I was watching the movie The Fighter last night.
Oh, yeah?
Excellent. Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale. Tremendous movie.
Which, I didn't see that one.
It's about Mickey Ward, the guy who fought Gotti. Who fought Gotti in those 3 classic fights on
I
HBO.
have to watch that one. The last boxing match I saw was Cinderella Man, and I think there's a new boxing movie out too. Besides that one,
I believe there were 2
Creed.
coming out.
Creed, the
Creed
Rocky
is coming
movie.
out. The one
Yeah.
before that. There was one before that. I think Southpaw.
Oh,
So
Southpaw,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That was real.
Yeah, boxing is a brutal business.
I saw that
Like
yesterday.
pro wrestling, very few of them end up well financially, physically, mentally. It's a tough business. Tough
Yeah, I
business. And this is what I like to do when I bring comedians on. Bring them down immediately. You know? Yeah. Speaking of hitting people, what'd you think of Black Friday, the doorbusters? I don't know about you, but we've been friends a long time. But if it came to my getting a $9.99 toaster and trampling you, I just have to.
You can have the toaster. I'm on PlayStation.
Yeah.
You can take the toaster. We don't have to worry about hurting each other. And
I
I saw something on what was it, on YouTube? Oh no, it was on Facebook. They said they had the Black Friday guys here in America going crazy, and in London they're just, yes, this is what it
That's
wants.
right, different
This is what it
mentality.
wants. I was like, really? Okay. I was like, I was at the boxing match, so I got to see that fight.
My cousin lives in Ormskirk, right outside of Liverpool, and they have this whole thing about politeness, and they would never act like animalistic like that. You got people grabbing stuff from little kids.
Ask William Wallace about that one.
Yeah. See, I know Ericka since she was a kid. I used to
Yes.
I used to be a teacher years ago, and I worked with her mom, Robin, who was like a mentor to me. Shout out to Robin Asserson.
Big up.
That's right. That's right.
Big
Big
up,
up to mom. And I know her
up
since
on
she's a
islands.
kid, and if it came between her and that blender on Black Friday, I'd have to kill her.
Well,
I'd have to kill her.
I would have just kicked you in the shins and
That's
kept
right.
going.
That's right.
You need a blender and a toaster? Okay. We gotta take care of Evan.
I'm
Buy
joking.
his book. Buy his book.
Yeah, I need a new
No, we got
toaster.
the
Buy my
Christmas-
book.
We got the Christmas list.
That's right.
Blender, toaster.
Yes. Anything else?
Chip pads.
Actually, I bought a Roku for $25 on Black Friday because I need 2,500 more channels of nothing to watch. Anyway, what's been doing with you, Sherwin?
Let me
What's
see.
about your latest projects?
Well, of course, what's coming up on December 5th. Brenda and I are going to be there with you at
right.
Theater 294.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
And that's a vaudeville show. We're
Yes,
bringing
it is.
back
21st
vaudeville to
century.
Long Island.
Evan
Comedians,
Ginsberg.
magicians, rappers. What else?
Never
Wrestlers.
Never seen before.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
Come down
fun.
here as a guest. That, and then on Monday, this Monday the 30th, my friend Robin Lynn Cosmetics she's having a big launch party with Tyra Wallace from Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
It's going to be at the Cove from 6 to 10.
And since you mentioned that, why don't we show the promo? We have a little promo. We're going to show this and set it up for us.
This promo for Robin Lynn, this is a commercial that I helped out, and I put 2 young ladies in there, Bridget Turner and La Tremenda Jesselyn Matos. So enjoy.
People go into comedy for the models, not for the money, I gather.
And both.
Both. Okay, there we go, folks. Check it out. And we are back, and Sherwin with the ladies. Very impressive.
Robin Lynn, like I said, Robin Lynn Cosmetics. She's a celebrity makeup artist, and she used to work with Mac, and she decided to be an entrepreneur and worked her way. And now that commercial is also being seen on Ride With Me TV. That's on some series on My 9.
Okay.
Saturdays at 1. So.
And Brenda, tell us a little about yourself. How tough is it for a female comedian out there?
I don't know. I'm doing what I do. I have those blinders, and I'm just going straight. I'm not worried about anything about, oh, she did this or he does that. I don't, no.
Any female comedians that have influenced you?
Lucy Ball.
Okay.
I just like her animation. Love it. And there's other ones too, but I'm doing a lot of research because, I was, Eddie Murphy type baby.
Okay.
So, from in the 80s.
Eddie Murphy, they should revoke his bad movie card. This guy's done more bad movies the past 10 years.
Well, you know what? Like he said, if his daughter loves his movies, whatever. You know?
I think he's done
It's
more
the paycheck.
It's the paycheck.
I think he's done more bad sequels than anyone else, though.
Bad
He goes for the movie, and then he comes back and revives it and goes for the sequel or for the third one, and it's like you should have just stopped at one. You were doing well.
Like, which sequel you didn't like? Which one?
I didn't like the second Nutty Professor. I hated the third.
Wow.
The Cop, Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
the one with Okie Dokie. That was the one with Okie Dokie, right?
Stop it too.
Stop it.
There you go.
Yes, I can't say anything. I always loved Eddie. He was the first comedian ever. Actually, you know what? It's so funny because my cousin David gave me the first time I ever heard Eddie Murphy. He gave me a cassette tape of Eddie Murphy's Delirious.
Oh, that was brilliant.
So
that's the issue. You have a brilliant performer choosing to do a lot of crap. Ditto, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Anthony Hopkins, Samuel L. Jackson. Just say no sometimes.
No.
Come on.
If they're bored, they're gonna do it.
At some Michael Caine. How great an actor is Michael Caine? How many bad Jaws 3, speaking of sequels, how many bad movies has Michael Caine made?
Have you seen California Suite?
Neil Simon, ages ago, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I just recently saw it because it has Michael Caine, Bill Cosby.
Michael Caine's a world-class actor. So is Anthony
Richard
Hopkins.
Pryor. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Liam Neeson. How many bad movies has this guy made? He's a brilliant actor. I would be nervous if I was friends with this guy because everybody gets
So let me ask you
kidnapped.
something.
Every movie, they all get kidnapped.
Did you like his classic Darkman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't like Darkman. I love Darkman.
Darkman was great.
It was cool.
Liam Neeson is a tremendous actor. I mean,
Which movie, number one movie you didn't like from him?
Well, there's just all these sequels. It's
With
all the
Taken?
same after
Taken?
a while. First they take his daughter, then they take his wife, then they take his dog, then
they
then
killed
they take
his
his
wife
gerbil.
And then
Yeah.
he goes missing on the airplane. And
Yeah, they always somebody's always being taken. So
Well, they figure, hey, it worked once.
James Bond, they've done 24 of
Yeah,
them.
because you know what it is? Just like with Riddick,
Yes.
Vin Diesel's. You know, once you fall in love with the character, they figure, hey, you know what? He has a fan following. Let's stick with it. And I think he's getting ready to do a TV series, from what I heard.
It's all about the money.
Yeah. So we're going to take a very brief commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to show a film of yours. We're looking forward to that, and we'll set it up right after the commercial break.
Okay.
We will be right back with more Legends TV. Don't you dare go anywhere.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Legends TV presents Vaudeville Review in the 21st Century, December 5th, 2015 at Theater 294 Route 109 in Farmingdale, New York. Easily accessible by mass transit, Long Island Railroad, all major highways, the N72 Babylon bus right outside the door. Featuring hip-hop, R&B, magic, rock, comedy, poetry, pro wrestling celebrities, and much, much more. Starring R&B pop singer, songwriter Roger Ortega and hip-hop great So Soon. Also appearing ukulele rocker Lloyd Gold, rocker Kareen Ulano, Firestone, comedy greats Sherwin XL and Brenda Larsen, magician the amazing Louie, poet John Wynne, our house band Alpha and Walter Halverson, mixing blues, rock, and hip-hop in a multi-genre mashup as they perform a great set while serving as our house band. And pro wrestling fans don't miss Rage and Vinny the Guido. Find us on Facebook, Legends TV, Evan Ginsberg, Steve Ludwig, and folks, you missed the birth of your mother and father. Don't you dare miss Legends TV's Vaudeville Review in the 21st Century, December 5th at Theater 294 Route 109, Farmingdale, New York. Be there. All tickets only $20, available at the door, Theater 294 on Facebook. Folks, you just saw the commercial for Vaudeville for the 21st Century. It's this coming Saturday, December 5th, 7:30 at Theater 294. That's 294 Route 109 in East Farmingdale, Long Island. Easily accessible by mass transit, the Long Island Railroad, all major highways. And folks, you're going to see Sherwin XL and Brenda Larsen and many, many other acts, a dozen or so acts, magicians, music, hip-hop, comedy, and...
Somebody actually announced here. So soon.
So soon we'll be on the show next week, and the great Roger Ortega, tremendous vocalist, will be on the show next week, and they will be performing next Saturday night. So you missed the birth of your mother and father. Don't you dare miss that.
Oh, sure.
Ericka, tell us a little about yourself.
Well,
Filmmaker. And
more videographer and screenwriter. Have a few projects I actually do have in the works. A project I had to put on hold, a mystery that someone was interested in making. So I'd probably have to recast most of the characters because it had to be put on the back burners for several years.
Because now all the kid actors are like 27, so it's not going to work. No, I'm kidding. Anyway.
But no, I'm looking to move forward, and also I've been talking to a few publishers that said instead of making the screenplays into movies, let's just publish them first. Just like all those hip teen books, you could start out like Harry Potter or Twilight or The Hunger Games or any of those and build your whole fan base before you even go famous.
All right, there you go. Brenda, any career highlights? Anything come to mind?
I'm a comedian. I have a 9 to 5. I'm married. That's where I'm going right now.
That's a lot to juggle.
That's a lot to juggle, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
So basically, tell the jokes in between, and just enjoy what I do.
And how does your husband feel about you being on stage 2 in the morning or whatever the case may be?
Whatever pays the bills, I tell
Okay.
him. Whatever pays the bills. And then, he's very supportive. That's one thing I could say.
Yeah, you need that.
Yeah, very supportive. I think he's more like the Joe Jackson in the family. He was like, listen, you can't quit now. I'm like,
That's right.
what? So
Right.
I got to go out here.
And what does he do?
Actually, he designed T-shirts. And he actually promotes events, too. So he's doing his own thing, too.
Plug his upcoming event.
Sugarcane. He has a commercial coming up. Oh, this is where we do it. Sugarcane, you could go to sugarcane.com. And I think the spelling, it's not the regular spelling. So it's SUGAHKANE.com.
We hope. Yeah, we hope it's the right
Yeah,
plug.
yeah, that's
Did it wrong!
That's
But
right.
you can always go to my Instagram. That's Brenda Hot Mess Larsen. Hot Mess. No, actually, it's Facebook. Brenda Larsen. And you can go from there and follow me. And then you can click on his link.
Okay. So a supportive husband, it always helps.
Yeah.
My wife is very supportive of what I do, so you have incredible nights. Like we were at the New York Film Festival
What do you mean
for the
incredible nights?
for the
Do
wrestler.
tell.
No, I'm not talking about that, but
Incredible outings.
You said
Yeah.
incredible nights. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, do tell.
yeah. I'll tell you a funny story. I was associate producer on The Wrestle with Mickey Rourke, and I take my wife to the screening at the New York Film Festival, Lincoln Center, 2,300 people. Well, I actually acted with Mickey in the movie, so all of a sudden I come on screen, and she looks at me, and she looks at the screen, she looks at me, she looks at the screen, she goes, "That's you." I go, "Yeah, that's me." So you have these, magical nights, and then you have nights where nobody shows up. This is comedians. There's nights it's packed. There's nights it's empty. So how do you guys handle that? I mean, is it the same show? Do you modify if it's a much smaller crowd?
The show must go on.
Yeah, the show must go on.
I mean, do you change the material whatsoever? Is it because it's more intimate?
You do observational
Yeah,
and talk
because
about it.
one of the things that I loved doing at what was it, the because I told Harris Haith, my buddy, one night when I read Richard Pryor's book Convictions, he said that sometimes you just get touched by the Heavenly Father and you just have a great night. And when I was at Broadway Comedy Club, I felt like I was unstoppable. It was like
Right.
Everything I said was like bam, bam, bam. The crowd was feeling it, and nothing. I had a wonderful time. It was like anything I said was nothing. But sometimes if it's no crowd, if you love your craft, like what's this gentleman's name that passed away? Monterio Ray Ivy. Like he told me, he said, "Do this because you love it,
Right.
not because of the money.
Do what
The
you
money
love
will
and the
come.
money comes later.
Yes,
Yeah.
That applies to
money will
anything.
follow. But but also you have to have a business mind so you can get money. So
Okay, so
yeah.
since you mentioned that, if
Yeah.
your husband designs T-shirts, what I would think is at every gig, merchandise yourself.
Actually, we talked about that last night. I came home and he was like, "Oh, I need you to wear this shirt." I was like, "I already got a shirt on." He was like, "Come on." So he actually put my name on and he's branding me basically.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm being branded. He's like, "This is for you tonight," because I never know what I'm wearing. I'm like, don't know what I'm wearing. I was like, "Well, jeans, T-shirt, there we go." So now he's actually have me with the branding. So I'm gonna do that tonight. Actually, I have a show tonight. So
Plug the show.
this is a G Mommy Lee show. This is Experimental Comedy Gallery. It's on 20 Broadway in Brooklyn, and it's going to start at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Full day comedy, TV in the morning, comedy at night. Okay.
Yeah, somebody else we work with is on there too. Testimony.
I have Testimony there. We have
Testimony.
Jessica Stern. There's the other lady. I think her name is Michelle. Correct me if I'm wrong. No?
Half of America's named Michelle.
Michelle. And
Okay.
Joey.
Just go on her page on Facebook and you see the photo. You see the flyer.
Yeah, that's Brenda Larsen.
Testimony, what's up?
There you go.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Richard Pryor, and this video we're about to see, the character that's being portrayed reminds me of a Richard Pryor character.
Yeah.
Tell us about the video.
Yeah, Harris Hayth created this character called Pop Pop Dirtyfoots that he says is Pop Pop Dirtyfoots is Richard Pryor's character's Mudbone's little brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see the connection.
Yeah, and we with this character, we went around doing anti-bullying campaigns in schools.
Okay. Let's check it out, folks.
Right, Barry. Thanks for the tip. All right. We are looking, once again, for the elusive Pop-Up Dirtyfoots. I just got a tip. Let's go. It's right over there.
What the world wrong with you, boy?
How you doing, Pop Pop?
You made me spit out $5 worth of rooster fox.
Sorry about that,
That ain't
Pop
your soul. What you want now, boy?
Well, last time we talked, we had such a great rapport, and just decided to come back down. There's a lot of people that want to know more things about you. You have
What
a couple
you
of
want to know
questions?
now, boy?
Well, I'll tell you what, I have a lot of questions, but I have a top 10 question I can give you right now. You up for it? I'm sorry about the rooster fox.
Go ahead on, boy.
Okay, here are some topics that people want to hear what you think about.
Hurry.
All right, what do you think about songs of today?
Well, see, back in my day, they had some good old songs.
Okay.
Like they had that Marvin Gaye boy. Let's get it on. And all kind of good love songs like that.
Yeah.
Today you got boys running around talking about they want to lick you like a lollipop.
Okay.
And they think that's sexy. That ain't sexy, boy. That sound like you're hungry. Boy, this don't go crazy.
Okay. What do you think about today's technology?
Well, see, boy, this don't go crazy with technology. Everybody walk around, listen to some music on something. What they call that thing? A pod thing or whatever that thing
It's
is?
not a pie, it's iPod. iPod.
Yeah, iPod.
Yeah.
And if they ain't got that, they on their little tiny telephone, worst thing that was ever invented. You can't even hold a conversation with nobody no more.
Or a cell phone?
Yeah, because they got a little phone now talking like the phone is for the house, boy. The phone ain't for outside.
Okay. With that, what do you think about, since you've moved here in the city, what do you think about the trains? The transportation?
Well, see, I got my own train transportation right here.
Rooster Fox Express, huh? Okay.
See,
All right.
they got train now. They're down there going to the ground. What kind of crazy mess is that?
Somebody had an idea.
If you're riding on the train, you want to see where you're going.
Yeah. Well,
What if you get stuck down there? Michael Jackson said it right. They don't care about us.
okay. Well, with you drinking this, how do you feel about health insurance?
Well, everybody ought to have health insurance, boy. See, there's a whole lot of people that get sick and can't go to the doctor. And see, there's a little bit of people that's controlling everything, making all the money off the sick people. And they want to charge them all kind of crazy money so they could make a whole bunch of money off of them.
Yeah, until they drop
See?
dead, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is.
All right. How do you feel about today's taxes?
Well, see, taxes is all right. Because you need taxes, you need money for the thing to operate, thing to go on, see? But what is they doing with the money? Boy, when I came across, what's that thing, the Verrazano thing, bridge thing? Yeah, a whole bunch of cars coming across that thing. They say every day a whole bunch of cars coming back and forth. What they doing with that money? Where that money going? And these stupid people don't even ask them where the money going.
Okay.
Millions of dollars.
Well, talking about where the money's going, let's ask Pop Pop what he thinks about today's gas prices.
They just don't go crazy. See what's going on in the world today? People are just too greedy. Everything about money. People don't care about nobody like an old time day. See? The doctor used to come around to your house, boy, and say, you feeling all right? Now you can't catch him at the hospital.
Yeah,
See?
Yeah, there are robo doctors now.
Yeah, and the gas prices are high because of greed. People got to get back to the old time way of caring about people's
Agree?
greed. See, that's when you want too much.
Oh, greedy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Talking about gas prices, how do you feel about the situation in the Middle East?
The Middle East.
Yes, the Middle East.
What you talking about up there, Washington, between Washington and Baltimore?
No, the Middle East, Pop-Pop. The war's been going on.
Oh, over there, overseas thing there.
Yeah, overseas,
Yeah,
Pop-Pop.
yeah. They'll leave them people alone over there. They go over there, Bush and Cheney went over there and stole all the oil and got all kind of regulations going on over there and bothering peoples. Them peoples can't fight us straight up with the big old mighty military we got here in the US of A. So they fight us the best way they can. Leave them peoples alone and you won't have to worry about them. Get out of that Afghanistan thing, whatever that thing is. Get out of there.
All right. That's why he's the world-renowned advice expert.
Dag they soul.
What do you think about unemployment, Pop-Pop?
Unemployment. Everybody ought to have a job. See, what's wrong with this country is you got too many peoples making all the too many peoples making all the money, and a whole bunch of peoples ain't getting no money.
Yeah.
So what they ought to do is they ought to say you can only make a certain amount of money, and then you got to volunteer. And let somebody else come in there and make some money so they can feed their family. Then you won't have all this crime and thing going on you got around here.
It's common sense.
That's right.
All right. This was on the internet. This is for you folks. How do you feel about Sarah Palin?
Sarah Palin,
Yeah, talking about unemployment. Yeah, she's.
the girl was too dumb to be vice president.
Oh, God.
The girl that's crazy. So now she done quit the governorship thing over there in Alaska. Done quit that. So she can go on because she greedy too. Now she done go on sign up for a book, got a book out where she telling everything now.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like people like that. They do what they call them thing, a tell-all book. They're just telling everything.
Yeah, they're tattling on themselves. Okay, Pop, one of the last questions. Natural disasters that have been happening in America, fires, earthquake, tornadoes. Do you think God is trying to send us a message?
That's right, boy. The Bibles tell us about
The who?
the Bibles. You know God's word, boy, the Bibles.
The Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
God said it in the Bibles. He gonna bring famine on the land. Gonna be great natural disaster, wars and rumor of wars and things like that there. You know why? Because going back to what I said before, people is too greedy.
Yeah.
Think about your fellow man sometime and not your own daggone self.
And share.
Dag your soul.
You need to share, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks, once again, we're now an advice expert, Pop Dirty Foots, and share.
Boy, come back here with my rooster fox. Boy, that's $15 worth of rooster fox right there. Boy, come back here. Boy, come back here with my rooster fox. You said that's $15 worth of rooster fox. I'm gonna cut you, boy.
Yeah, I got it. I got his rooster fox. I'm gonna sell it on eBay. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. The fox, boy.
Hey, call you back.
You're crazy, boy.
Heavily influenced by Richard Pryor. That was great.
Yeah.
Who's the Mount Rushmore of comedy? Richard Pryor and who else?
Well, you know, they've always said it's Richard Pryor,
Lenny Bruce.
George
Carlin.
And who would I put as? Of course, of course, Eddie.
Yeah.
Nobody else, but because he grew up. Do you know who inspired Richard Pryor? One of the guys that inspired Richard Pryor,
Bill Cosby.
aside from him, when he was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
You don't know.
No.
You know.
Oh, you told me, I forgot. Ugh.
You know. And we got
No, not you.
a gentleman by the name of Lord Buckley.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah. He was from the Lenny Bruce era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I looked him up and I was listening to his stuff and I was like, I remember this guy.
Yeah.
And to know that Richard Pryor liked him and listened to him,
He had a cult following. He's
Yeah,
not
I
as
heard.
well known as the others.
with the little Salvador Dali mustache and all that.
You know who I love? Brother Theodore.
Oh yeah.
Brother Theodore was tremendous. He played down in the Village 11 o'clock at night for decades. He had a cult following. Check out Brother Theodore. Trust me.
No, I'll look it up
Yeah.
because I looked up. Oh, another thing. Thank you for doing what you're doing with the 21st Century Vaudeville, and I want to give a shout out to somebody who got me studying vaudeville. He's no longer here with us, but Al Grandpa Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Gotta give that.
Al
salute.
Lewis was down at WBAI with us. I was on for 16 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
Al-
cool because he sat me down around the time when because like I told you, like, I'm born here in America, but my mother's Caribbean, and I didn't really know about vaudeville. And I asked him, I said, "What's about vaudeville?" Because I heard Sam Kinison say he did this little shtick about. He's like, "Do you promise to love, honor, and obey?" He's like, I sure do. He's like, "Hey, that's who's doing rim shots." And I asked Al Grandpa Lewis, and I was like, "Hey, Grandpa, do you know what vaudeville is?" He's like, "What? You're a committee? You don't know what vaudeville is?" He's like, "Sit down, kid. You're in bad shape." Put a cigar and started telling me, study Ziegfeld Follies, vaudeville.
But we're bringing it back to the
Chitlin
21st
Circuit.
century.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it's going to be a lot of fun. And please, everybody plug whatever you want to plug. Ericka, what are you available for?
I'm available right now. I'd love to do anyone that needs an extra camera or anyone who wants to start their project. I'm right here for you. I'm ready to create because everyone works 9 to 5. Everyone works in a straight line. We've got to be able to imagine, see the future, create a better place.
There you go. And Eric is very easy to deal with, which is half the battle. Trust me. Okay. And Brenda?
Tonight, I actually have G. Mama Lee hosting experimental comedy gallery at 20 Broadway in Brooklyn. I have another show with you guys
Next Saturday.
next Saturday. Definitely come out for that. I have another show in December 20th. That's Broadway Comedy Club at 7 p.m. So definitely show your support. I appreciate it.
There you go. Sherwin?
All right. For me, of course, the show on December 5th. I'm gonna have a good time with that. And then I want to plug my buddy's book, Harris Hayth, Growing Up Laughing with Eddie Murphy. If you want to laugh, have some holiday laughs, take a look at it on Amazon.com.
So I guess I shouldn't have insulted his last 10 years of movies.
No, not all 10 of them. Just the ones that were over.
Dreamgirls was great. He was great in Dreamgirls. That was a quality film.
What was that movie? 1,000 Words was pretty nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it. It was nice. He did some of the heartfelt movies. I like that one too.
I was equally critical of a half dozen of his peers. So, Anthony Hopkins, make some good movies, will you? You're a great actor. Anyway, folks, and check out Apartment 4B like in Brooklyn about the turbulent East Flatbush of the 60s and 70s. Yours truly, a short story collection about growing up in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. And when we come back, we have filmmaker Sal Rinella. Don't you dare go anywhere.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Elegant Properties International is a New York-based real estate company that services clients all over the world. With offices in New York, Long Island, and London, we can help your dreams of home ownership anywhere come true. The home buying process has many phases, and we strive to keep our agents informed by constantly attending seminars and networking events. Our team works hard together to make your clients happy. Investors, let us help guide you through the process of buying, flipping, and getting that for sale sign back on your investment so you can move on to the next one. We put care and effort into our open houses for sellers, and our goal is ultimately to get your contract signed and put you in your home so you can enjoy everything that it has to offer you. Feel free to visit our website, www.epinewyork.com, and contact us with any questions. And always remember, no matter where you are, we will always strive to make your day end happy and at home.
I grew up in St. Albans, Queens. I was a teenager. I was heavily involved in the streets. One day,
stretching under sedation or manipulation under anesthesia is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
make the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
For nearly a decade, Evan Ginsberg's Legends Radio has featured interviews with the greatest names in the arts and sports. Heard worldwide at legendsradio.net, the program has featured these great musical legends: Ray Manzarek of The Doors, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins, Judy Collins, Roberta Flack, and many more. Stars from movies, TV, and comedy have included Jenny McCarthy, Wayne Brady, 30 Rock's Judah Friedlander, Shelley Berman, Jackie the Joke Man Martling, David Allen Greer, and Paul Mooney. Stars of pro wrestling and MMA include Bruno Sammartino, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Superstar Billy Graham, and Frank Shamrock. Co-hosted by renowned journalist Dr. Mike Lano, Legends Radio is heard Wednesdays 7 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard. We are archived 24/7 with hundreds of hours of classic interviews. Legends Radio also features the best in indie music, showcasing talent deserving wider exposure.
I'm from Brooklyn, baby. Don't forget the gravy. We are soldiers.
You missed the birth of your mother and father. Don't you dare miss Evan Ginsberg's Legends Radio. For nearly a decade.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
All right, we are back with Legends TV, and zipping from his cup is filmmaker Sal Rinella. How are you, Sal?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's been a while since I last seen you.
That's right. We were at a party with luscious Johnny Valiant,
That's
the legendary wrestler, a decade or so back.
Exactly, 11 years, but you know, that was a great party. You came, you brought your book, you brought me some cool wrestling stuff, you brought Johnny.
That's right.
My friend Dennis couldn't get enough of him.
And speaking of wrestling, in your new film, Good Friday, you have a mutual friend, Andrew Anderson, who I brought into The Wrestler, and Earl Cooter, a colorful wrestler. Tell us about Good Friday.
Well, thanks to you, I have Andrew and Earl in the wrestling scene.
Andrew's a big boy.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. And first of all, let me tell you about the movie. I play an Italian priest called Rinella Bello. Boy, that has a nice ring to it.
Okay.
And so what happens is he's new to the parish, Queen's Parish, whatever, from Italy, and he gets in the mix of two, not real mob bosses, but two guys that run social clubs, and they bet on everything. So of course they also bet on the wrestling, and that's how we
bet on wrestling.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how we have Earl and Andrew, who, I mean, these guys are professional.
They actually do have overseas betting on pro wrestling.
No kidding.
I should tap into this.
Where, in Japan?
I did in Europe. Yeah.
You better do it before
wow.
FanDuel and all these other guys get in on it, and then it's illegal.
Because you can pretty much figure out 90% of the time who's going to win anyway.
You know how you know? It's the guy that comes to the ring last is usually the winner. Usually.
And we're going to see a clip from the movie. Why don't you set that up for us?
You know, talking about wrestling, you missed the days of the jobbers when you really knew who was going to win.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, let me set up the clip.
Brooklyn Bro.
It opens up with Federico Castelluccio from Sopranos.
Oh, yeah.
It has Bartolo Raffaelli, Cha-Cha, who is Tony Danza's, talking about wrestling and boxing. Cha-Cha used to manage Tony Danza's boxing career. He discovered him in Gleason's, and he also used to promote all the wrestling at Sunnyside.
I love Sunnyside Gardens.
Yeah. Okay. And so what happens is, okay. So in this cool little teaser, you're gonna see what happens in the neighborhood with the priest and all the shenanigans. So let's turn it on and
Okay,
see
let's
for a
go.
few minutes.
Gio,
Yeah.
you know what you're here for, right?
Yeah. You want me to take care of the priest, right?
How you gonna do it?
Do anything you want. I can strangle him, I can pick him through the top of the head, or, I can just poke him in the eyes with something, I don't know, shoot him in the balls.
That sounds all good. Most of all, I want you to
Unimate him? What?
Unify him.
Humiliate, boy. Speak
That's what
English.
you already said?
Humiliate.
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 That's right.
Since I met you, I feel fine. Just when you thought it was safe to go back to church and confess, along comes Father Bello.
I'm a Father Anello Bello. I'm new to the dialysis here.
No secret is safe, not even the mobs.
That was Gio. Gio's with us. Who's this clown? This guy gets on my nerves. Who are you calling a clown? I'm getting tired of you. Whoa! Get it! Bring it on!
Oh, baby beats. Oh my God.
Hey,
Oh.
if you want to know what's good for you, just keep an eye on your back, okay?
You make me see the world.
What are you doing? All right? This is my park. He's a priest. He's not gonna let you play here. Come on. Boss, what do you want me to do?
Thank you, guys.
Teaching this kid the ropes.
Take care of punks like that.
No. To take care of a priest like this.
That's a nice.
We're gonna throw one hell of a shindig!
The critics say religiously entertaining.
Can you hold this for a minute? This real lambskin. Give me a second.
Brings your faith back in movies. The best vote since the last pope.
Yeah, take it easy. He's all right.
How's he smell?
You know what? I gotta tell you, he smells pretty good.
Of course, he smells good. Deja vu all
He smells nice.
He smells good.
You two guys eating your ice cream again? We're talking about a casa.
Father Bello, you have to listen to me. Your ways with these people down here, it's not working for this parish at all. You understand me? I'm serious.
I will, Father Exterior. Thank you. Bye-bye, Father Exterior.
All right, Good Friday. Looks like a lot of fun.
It does.
You're watching like a proud father. I'm watching you
Yeah.
watching it.
I have to
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah.
Forget about just being a father. There's many times I've had morning sickness
Yeah.
trying to get this up and running. I've woken up some days throwing up 6 or 7 times. It's like the gestation
You
period.
suffer for your art.
You're suffering for
like
your
my
art.
sinuses after 4 planes filming a documentary the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
forget about
Yeah.
sinuses and airplanes. But I do want to say a shout out to Cha-Cha, who plays one of the leads, who was Tony Danza's boxing manager and also promoted a lot of wrestling matches in Sunnyside. Just passed away. I mean, just passed away. So we're going to have to...
Let's dedicate the show to him.
Yeah, I'd like to dedicate the
Sure,
show to him.
sure.
I'm going to dedicate whatever I have, whatever footage I have, and it looks like we're only going to have enough to do a short because he died, unfortunately, and we're going to have to start all over again in the springtime, which is fine. It's not the end of the world, and we're going to dedicate it to him. The guy was a great guy, came out, gave his all. It was very funny. He was in Goodfellas, Sopranos, friends with Tony Danza, friends with Danny DeVito, you know,
And this is what people don't realize about indie film. Anything can go wrong. It's
Yeah.
tough, and you're on a limited
Any moment,
budget.
yeah.
We have a panel of people that have been involved in film in various capacities, myself included. What are some of the difficulties in indie film? Raising money, first of all.
Money is the biggest thing because
raising money,
without the
and
money,
getting the actors together and making sure everybody's on point. Because when I was doing the Starks Coalition, Harris he got like sick because we were actually he made us stay outside in the cold. We weren't acting. When you see that scene, we're really freaking cold. So we weren't acting. So he wanted the realism, and for you with what you're doing, man. Wow, you have to start all over again. Well, you know what? You should still put it out.
Oh yeah, we totally are.
Even if it's
and the teaser's great.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome.
Thank
it looks awesome. Just from the beginning, it gets your attention.
It does.
I'll tell you a funny story related to that. I was acting in an indie film, and we were outdoors, and the guy's doing like 23 takes, like that every angle, So the associate producer says to me, Evan, what did you think of everything? I said, do you want me to honestly answer that? And the guy goes, yeah. I said, don't you think we're out in the freezing cold all day? The guy could offer you a cup of coffee or tea. Come on, treat people like human beings.
Yeah.
That's number one. See, the cool thing about doing indie films over Hollywood films is actors get a bigger scope to create a character.
Oh yes.
In Hollywood, it's pretty much you got to do what they tell you. It's the demographics. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be all over the place. You're not going to do a Robin Williams type of improv.
Right.
In these types of movies, since we have a little space, we allow a guy to do a little bit, to move
and
the
sometimes
parameters.
that's the best work.
It's the best work, and that's so. We got some guys to improv a little bit. Myself, that's where I'm getting most of my inspiration. But the thing is, you have to keep the parameters tight, otherwise people are going to think you're a joke. That you're just the seat of your pants.
So, if you had your way, would you rather be a successful producer, director, or actor? I know you're going to say all, but
no, I'm going to go with the actor.
Actor.
Because I do the producing, directing, writing, and composing the music.
And composing the music.
And composing
Wow.
the music sometimes,
Mad
just to
scientist.
facilitate the career.
Interesting.
And right now I'm writing screenplays for different people. I just wrote one for an up-and-coming Hollywood Latino actor.
Okay.
I'm also working on one with Billy Langella, whose business partner on the script is Larry Wilcox from Chips.
All right.
They called me and says, we heard that you do a good job cleaning up scripts. And I got a couple other scripts that are going to other people.
So to survive in this industry, you have to be multifaceted. It's tough.
Multifaceted. But I got to tell you, the one cool thing about, saying to me, which one would you want to do? I mean, of course, in a, idealistic universe, I say all of them because being the director, producer, you get to create in an art form where all the other art forms are involved.
Right.
I get to come into a location and help move the furniture, the paintings.
So you're doing set design?
Everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I studied art and coloring. So what happens is, of course...
So be honest. What do you think of all this?
It's great. I like it.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
You sure you're being honest?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's fine.
It's my favorite. I like this one.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It works.
All right.
I think this studio is whoever did it, it's the feng shui is like top notch.
And people don't realize there's multiple sets here.
There's multiple sets, there's multiple things going on. The decor is amazing. I mean, I would love to film something here. I mean, it's perfect.
Wow.
It's awesome, and it's put together in such a way. It's inviting, it's welcoming.
Yeah.
It's not cold.
And plenty of junk food in the
Oh, I
other room.
didn't touch it, but maybe after we're done.
Cookie.
Because if I take one bite of a bagel, I'll look
Okay.
209 instead of...
So Brenda, I'm going to ask you the same question. What would be your ultimate goal? Is it strictly stand-up or acting or
I think I do well with comedic acting.
comedic acting?
But I love both. So I'm going to always marry them together.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And Sherwin?
I think I love the comedic acting, but I think the character acting because that gives you like a whole universe to go with.
You were kind of playing the straight man in that film before.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and just recently, so I finally got to play the bad guy though. When I just recently did Alberta M. Schultz Middle School. I went over there. Was doing anti-bullying and anti-gang membership, and I got to play the bad guy.
Okay.
Because I never played a bad guy. All the films that I've done, like from Deception of Love, I was this guy who was kind of preachy, like a Malcolm X type, but with a drill sergeant type of attitude. And then in the Starks Coalition that I did with Harris Hayth, I was playing a homeless guy. And then when Harris Hayth's character comes along and he gets everybody together, I turn into a businessman.
Many times
So-
comedians are very good dramatic actors. Because a lot of time comedy comes from pain, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And since we mentioned kids, I just want to briefly talk about, you saved a 9-year-old from an abduction.
Yeah.
Tell us briefly about that.
This past summer in Freeport, I was walking up Main Street. I do like a little walk, and as I was walking up Main Street on Seaman Avenue, I was walking up just like a little school bus terminal right there, and right over there next to it is Donnie McClurkin's church.
Yeah.
And as I was walking, I'm walking. This little girl, she's on a cell phone. Mommy, they're trying to take me. And I'm like, who's? And so I stopped her. I said, who's trying to take you? She's like, those two guys. I said, what happened? She goes, oh, he said all out to me. I said all out to him, and he grabbed me.
Wow.
And I pulled away, and I'm talking to her mother on the phone. She's like, I asked her, I say, so she doesn't know them? She's like, no, we don't know anybody. We don't know anybody from here. We just moved to Atlanta. And so I said, okay. And she knew where we were. And she said she was going to NYPD. And then I called also. And the two guys came there, were trying to get at her. And I was like, I had, 911 on speaker. And I was like, I'm calling the cops. And he's like, I don't care. Call the cops. And then I was like, yeah, he's in front of me, him and his buddy.
It's like a scene in a movie.
They were drunk.
Totally.
So from there, they walked off. And the funny thing is, here's the funny thing for me, which I'm still glad I'm here, because when
the funniest part of the abduction,
the cops got there a little bit before the mom got there, and like when they threw me in the back of the cop car,
Really?
I didn't fight because my black life matters. So I didn't fight. I was just like, then when the cop came, he's like, I'm sorry. I was like, thank you. He's like, and then he's like, we have to ask you something. I was like, what? We need you to help us try and find these guys. So I was like, we drove around for a while. We found them.
Wow.
And they got arrested. One guy got arrested because he actually touched her. He got arrested for harassment. And then the other guy, they let him go. But later on, a friend of mine, Travis, who is he's a crossing guard, he called me and said, hey, sure, what's the thing you told me about? I was like, what was the guy wearing? I said, I told him. And he's like, hey, tell the cops he's over here bothering my kids. So,
wow.
And then I told the cops, he's like, we can't do that. He's like, he has to call 911. And I was like, oh, okay. And they picked him up too.
So they threw you in the back seat as probably as a decoy.
No, they thought I was the guy.
Because that'd be pretty cool in the movie.
It was the sunglasses.
They throw you in the back seat.
My fashion.
And as a decoy, to let the guys abscond, and then you go and chase them. In the movie, it would be cool.
The next movie could be The Adventures of Travis the Crossing Guard.
Yeah, it
That'd
could be. And the blessing that I got out of that, since I've been doing like a lot of community service within Hempstead and Roosevelt and a little bit of Freeport, Roosevelt Library, some folks found out about it, and they gave me awards, proclamation. New York State honored me.
That's
National
great.
honored
That's
me.
awesome, dude.
They gave me thanks. It was from President Obama's My Brother's Keeper initiative.
That's
cool.
awesome.
So I was
On
like,
Black Friday, most people are trampling 9-year-olds. You're
Yeah,
saving them.
yes.
So anyway,
That's
Comedy
right.
Crusader is
that's
here.
right. Comedy superhero. There you go. So Sal, career highlights very quickly. When you look back at your career, you've been out there a while.
I would say going to Hawaii for 2 months, filming a few reality shows. They haven't come out yet. They're still editing them. I went to LA to write a script for somebody, and the whole time the guy thought he's a soprano guy. He's sure like Danny DeVito, threatening me. He's all crazy.
You went to Moscow also.
And then thank you. My third thing I was going to say, there's more, but I went to Moscow to give a lecture on how to be as creative as you can as an artist.
Interesting.
To people, Russian people, of course, and a few of the people in the audience were their major celebrities, like Satya Kazikova, who's like their MTV star. She's like so big, yeah.
Okay. So you've had a colorful career.
Color-
It's gotten you around the
colorful.
world.
Yeah.
We shot The Wrestler in New Jersey. He went to Moscow.
I went to Moscow. And Hawaii,
There you go.
Nashville, and other places. I have clients around the country, and so once in a while I get to go and do a couple of things. Like a year ago, I went to Nashville because I was living there for 5 years, and I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna come back to New York. So I went back, got my stuff, but while I was there for 2 weeks, I produced a guy from Texas, a couple of songs. I wrote music for other people, and then instead of playing video games, I'm doing other art forms. I'm producing and directing a music video and a commercial. So I kept my 2 weeks very busy. And Nashville's very cool.
Awesome.
And,
awesome. So what else you have coming up?
Well, we're going to get back to working on this film. Unfortunately, we lost our co-member. And then I have a script that I'm finishing up for a lady who lived through the Nazi occupation of her village in Slovakia when she was 11. So you imagine being 11 years old, and we talk about how we're suffering, and we've suffered.
Nothing compared to
Nothing compared to this. 11 years old, the Nazis came there saying, we're going to make a beautiful, village here for you guys. And instead, took them and put them in forced labor. So at 11 years old, she's digging, foxholes for 8 hours a day, and then putting barbed wire around it, and then cleaning up their uniforms, so that they have more uniforms for other guys. So you imagine that. So we're getting close to finishing that. If everything goes right, we'll be filming that in Slovakia. And then I have another movie where a girl went through the foster care system in Albuquerque, and we're getting close to finishing that. Everything goes right, we'll be finished either filming the teaser here or Nashville, and then getting ready to do the feature in Albuquerque.
Awesome.
If everything goes right.
You have some talented actors here. You have a talented tech person. So.
And you've been in movies, and you've helped me
cast this one.
Oh gosh, it's perfect.
Yeah, I've done.
And then we got Tommy, good-looking guy behind the camera.
A lot of movies.
Huh?
I did a lot of movies.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I could tell by
He has a certain look, right? Yeah.
He has a look between biker and biker
and businessman.
You kind of look like the guy that was in The Last Dragon.
Biker and wrestler.
You're right? A little bit. The big
biker
big guy.
and wrestler.
Anyway, plug any websites, social media?
Sure. You can find me on Facebook at Sal Rinella. That's SalRinella. And my website is Dreamt by Artist. That's www.dreambyartists.com.
It's like a spelling bee.
Thank you. I'm going to have to shorten it.
You got to shorten that.
DBA or so.
Or you have to bring a sign.
Bring a sign.
Okay.
Read.
Thank you. Thank you, Evan. Thank you.
Sal Rinella. And when we come back, live music and more with Legends TV. Don't you dare go anywhere.
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
Evan Ginsberg's Legends Radio has featured interviews with the greatest names in the arts and sports.
Heard worldwide at legendsradio.net. The program has featured these great musical legends: Ray Manzarek of The Doors, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins, Judy Collins, Roberta Flack, and many more. Stars from movies, TV, and comedy have included Jenny McCarthy, Wayne Brady, 30 Rock's Judah Friedlander, Shelley Berman, Jackie the Joke Man Martling, David Allen Greer, and Paul Mooney. Stars of pro wrestling and MMA include Bruno Sammartino, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Superstar Billy Graham, and Frank Shamrock. Co-hosted by renowned journalist Dr. Mike Lano, Legends Radio is heard Wednesdays 7 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard. We are archived 24/7 with hundreds of hours of classic interviews. Legends Radio also features the best in indie music, showcasing talent deserving wider exposure.
I'm from Brooklyn, baby. Don't forget the gravy. We are soldiers.
You missed the birth of your mother and father. Don't you dare miss Evan Ginsberg's Legends Radio. For nearly a decade.
Why do cats stare when you're pouring milk? It's like they know it's only a matter of time. Time. The only thing between them and opposable thumbs. Imagine that. Cats with thumbs. And what if they got together? Gangs of cats with thumbs. An organized army with one thing on their mind. Cravendale. Well, jog on, kitties.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy it.
We are back with Legends TV, always an eclectic mix. Added to the mix, Patrick from the project Ethafulm. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Ethafulm, I usually
Ethafulm.
pronounce it, but I'm not
Ethafulm.
picky.
Okay, okay. And tell us about the project. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I subscribe in the music genres alternative, emo, and nu metal. I could throw.
What
some
exactly
other-
is nu metal?
Nu metal, spelled nu metal, is a specific genre of metal. It has traits of syncopation. That's one of the trademark sound features, as well as raised thirds very often. I guess you would classify Disturbed, Korn in that, as well as Drowning Pool, who sings that "Let the bodies hit the floor"
Yeah.
song, which is so, you know.
Wasn't that an ECW wrestling?
WWE used it.
WWE used it?
Very
Yeah.
often in that community, as well as like
Cocaine.
juggalos are very often fans of that particular genre. So this is like an ideal show to get on because it's like part of the cultural intertwinement.
Yeah, we intertwine everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an eclectic pot here.
That's right. That's what
Yeah,
That's what we always do. And tell us about some of the highlights thus far. Some special gigs you've worked. Some people you've worked with.
Well, I've really only gotten one paid gig so far as an artist. I usually play a lot of open mics to get involved in the local community as an artist. And I've gotten a lot of followers at this one particular venue in Patchogue Village called The Roast. It's a coffee house, and they have open mics every Friday, and I'm pretty much like one of the local favorites at that particular area.
Okay, and where do you hope to take all of this?
Well, I'm one song short of what I want to do for my first album, and once I record that, I'm probably gonna, pick and choose where I want to record at. Like, for example, the more heavy songs, I may have some of my more metal orientated friends record that, and then the more indie sounding stuff, I'll have my more indie orientated friends record that. But once I do record that, my friend Jose gave me this idea to go from train station to train station and like get off, be like, oh, sorry, I forgot to get a ticket. They'll throw me off at the next train station and just promote in the village area. Be like, this is my album. I'll probably have like a CD player or something. Or even my iPod. Be like, hey, you want to listen to my music? Just promoting person to person.
Every so often, this is absolutely true, a million selling artists will go incognito, perform, and everybody just walk by and ignore them. This happens.
Yeah, they go by it. I just saw I don't know if you...
He's hoping to get out of being incognito.
Right.
Right now, he's like a young teenage kid from Mastic.
Have you heard about this artist named Big Schmo? I just recently saw him. He did something where he got a truck and he did a live concert outside of, XM Radio?
Okay.
Sirius XM Radio. And he had like an open truck and had a stage, and he was like performing in front of the people and giving out CDs to the people, and they actually had him come in and they started playing his music on the show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Every so often, a young artist will approach a musical hero, and they'll actually listen. And the next thing you know, they're in the band. I mean, miracles do happen. It's perseverance. It's and you know what else it is? It's practice.
It's practice.
Sonny Rollins is in his 80s. He's the greatest jazz saxophonist in the world. He still practices.
Tony Bennett, he talks about that every day. He's either studying painting or studying music, because you can always improve your attack on notes or
But
melody.
in music, it's also how many instruments you play and what your focus is, and always looking to play something new so you can jump in anywhere. So
Sherwin will appreciate this.
It's all communication.
Yesterday was the 75th birthday of Bruce Lee, the late Bruce Lee.
Oh.
And
Hendrix.
every day of his life was dedicated to self-improvement, spiritually, physically, creatively, intellectually.
Yes.
So there's always room for improvement.
Yes,
I mean,
always.
whatever we do. But much respect for you being out there. Tell us how the listeners can get in touch with you.
I have a Facebook page. You could just look up Ethafulm, that's spelled Ethafulm, or any search engine.
You pronounced it better than I did. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find it on any search engine, because nobody else has that name, so it's pretty easy to find on a search engine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we come back, we're going to hear you do a little set live, and we're looking forward to that. So without further ado, we're going to take a very quick time out and live music when we come back. Don't you dare go anywhere. Okay.
I'm looking forward to some.
Elegant Properties International is a New York-based real estate company that services clients all over the world. With offices in New York, Long Island, and London, we can help your dreams of home ownership anywhere come true. The home buying process has many phases, and we strive to keep our agents informed by constantly attending seminars and networking events. Our team works hard together to make your clients happy. Investors, let us help guide you through the process of buying, flipping, and getting that for sale sign back on your investment so you can move on to the next one. We put care and effort into our open houses for sellers, and our goal is ultimately to get your contract signed and put you in your home so you can enjoy everything that it has to offer you. Feel free to visit our website, www.epinewyork.com, and contact us with any questions. And always remember, no matter where you are, we will always strive to make your day end happy and at home.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Time to make the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and... Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone who loves music, get ready for the wonderful music of Ethafulm here on Legends TV.
Thank you. All right, first song I'll play for you is a song I wrote called Paint Buds.
Picking paint buds off the walls like they're the last words that she said. opportunity passes, but I had more than a decade to make you mine. And I hate myself for letting you go. I've been broken for 7 years. And if I tried to love someone as I had loved you, I would end up disappointing them. I feel it's pointless to try picking paint buds off the walls. Like they're the last words that she said. Confused and heart-bled. Is this what I get for those years I first took you? I promise I've already learned my lesson well. I thought this could be the greatest love that ever existed in our world, but you never let me into your heart as well. And I must confess, I would have changed everything about myself for you. And I am not the kind to conform for the world. And now I'm broken. These eyes were soaking. Was this for the better? Tell it to that broken heart bleeding on the floor. This love never dies, it only sleeps until I dream. This love never dies, and when I dream, my heart burns for you. Picking these scabs and the blood, going mad in all of this suffering. All these songs of loss, they just make me jealous. 'Cause I never had you. That pain is nothing. There was a time where I feared your yes or no would be my life or death. Did you ignore me for the better? Tell it to that broken heart bleeding on the floor.
Thank you. Next one's called Blacklight Revelation. I don't want to wake up, I'm sleeping softly. I have to wake up, I'm sleeping too softly. Sometimes I'm not dreaming until I die, but these dreams will never come true if I stay here. If I stay here. Withering away, I will not stay. When I die, will I regret? After the sun of heaven sets, darkness, revelation. Humanity's becoming more and more nocturnal.
darkness and light can be so blinding. All things bright and beautiful, not all are the works of God. All things dark, some sorrowful. I, for one, am not a work of hell. Like a technology and ability and another's creativity. The television's glowing secrets of light on so painted black. I will use this darkness to eclipse the light of blinding eyes. And this night light, it can reveal what no other light can reveal. Black light revelation. The truth is ultraviolet, dim and ultraviolet. Give me black light revelation, and these thoughts revealed in dark, like stars in the night, like stars in the night, away from the blinding lights. These thoughts revealed in dark, like stars in the night. I don't want to wake up, I'm sleeping softly. I have to wake up, this world is too cruel for me to rest, too cruel for me to rest. I don't want to wake up, I'm sleeping softly. I can rest here for now, this dream is fulfilled.